People with ADHD live in the future. Comment down below if you know what I mean, because when it comes to ADHD, we don't necessarily live in the present. In fact, we have trouble living in the present. That's why we struggle with slow walkers. We struggle with things that are delaying us because we're mentally somewhere else. We're mentally ahead of what do I have to do next? After I do this, what am I doing next? Our brain moves very quickly. Our brain is actually super efficient, sometimes almost too efficient, that we will forget where we're at. We can mentally be somewhere else starting a task mentally, still physically at another place, having a conversation with somebody and not listening to a single word they're saying. And that is a struggle for a lot of us. And it comes off like we don't listen, we're loose-headed, we're not paying attention. No, our brain is almost constantly in this little bit of like fight or flight mode, where it is working on something that our brain is deeming more important at the time because we've already been here, we're moving on to the next project. And a lot of times people don't realize that. The one thing I will say is I've had to sometimes just slow down or have key words with people to use when talking to them so that it makes sure that I'm checking myself into the present and I'm not talking to somebody, but I'm thinking about how I have to go mow the grass or how I have to go do this chore over here or how I have to go do some work over here, and that I'm actually having a conversation and retaining and listening. And it is key. It's hard, it's difficult, and let's face it, I mean, I got diagnosed with ADD at 13, re-diagnosed ADHD at 17. This is back in the 90s. And now I will say this is, knowing that I have to be in the present, there are these tools, and a big one is alarms. There is a big one that once an alarm goes off, they're the Bible. So if I'm at a place, dude, set your alarm, and guess what? At that time, you're there in the present, in the moment, and then when it goes off, it's time to move on to the next project. It makes a world of difference.